All right, I want to continue with this series about the sniper pistol project. I want to show you a couple of base pieces I'm using in this project. Coming up on Modern Mountain Man. Now, I've built a couple of AR-15s, a couple different AR-15 uppers, a little more familiar with that. So the AR-10 system, very similar. I love the joke when people say, hey, you should get an AR-10 because it's 5 less ARs than an AR-15. But there are some differences, and one of the things that I found just researching, talking to some of my friends who've built before, when it comes to AR-15s, it's much more Lego. Things just kind of click together because there's a more cohesive standard. When it comes to AR-10s, it's a little more loosey-goosey, and you can dive a little bit deeper into that yourself if you like, but just take my word and a few other people's word for it. You gotta make sure your parts work together. And so naturally what I said, all right, I called one of my friends, called Country Mash, and I was like, hey man, name a couple of different companies that you would trust to sort of base your AR-10 build off. And he rattled off a few of them to me, but one of the ones he mentioned to me was Palmetto State. They're making a lot of really good AR-10 stuff right now. You should consider starting off with one of them. So what I've got going on here, I've got two main PSA parts here. I've got the upper receiver here, just stripped upper receiver, and I have the lower receiver that came all together with is complete lower, actually not lower receiver. This one here has their EPT trigger in that, so it's an enhanced polished trigger, so better than mil spec, not quite like drop-in type status, but from what I hear, really good trigger. I've dry fired it a little bit like this, but until I actually put it together, I'll be able to give you a better opinion on that. I've got the SBA 4 pistol brace. Now, at the time of making this video, these things are still a thing. There is some legislation that is potentially going through that might make them no longer a thing. We'll see. I'm hopeful. Let me know in the comments when you're watching this video. Is this still a thing, or am I an outlaw now? I'm cool, whichever way. But I tell you, one of the things about this one, it's just real straightforward. It's their Gen 3 AR-10 Forge complete lower. I'll show you the grip there. When I initially saw the picture of it on their website, I thought to myself, I'm probably going to replace that. Now that I've actually got it in my hands and have felt it, it's got their logo on it, stuff there. It's got some checkering there. Got the cool little lip right there. But it actually feels a lot better in my hand than I imagined it would. So this guy might hang out on this one for a while. We'll see. But I'm digging this so far. Like I said, I got a matching upper receiver there. I'll click it in place for you real quick just so you can see what it looks like with all that together. All right, so that's all my PSA parts put together right there. Once again, a reason why I made sure to not totally Frankenstein this thing here and go with a PSA lower and some other company's upper is just, once again, from what I understand, AR-10s can be a little bit more finicky, so I wanted to make sure these pieces were matching one another. So, all right, well, I'm going to sign off for now, but we just continue to follow along and see what I add to this next. God bless you. Go take your mountain.